And
Hi.
we're live. Hey, happy Monday,
Good morning.
August
8th.
8th.
I don't know.
It's August 8th.
August
Wow.
8th.
This is
Wow.
crazy.
It's been a bit. Hi.
It has been a bit. So we decided to do
Guess where I've been.
Go ahead.
Can you see it? Forest Home. Woohoo. Sorry.
So how was Forest Home?
Oh my gosh. It was so great. Oh, I love middle schoolers. I'm basically no, I won't say that. Anyway, yes, I love middle schoolers. It was amazing. Yeah, it took me over a week to recover. I was a little sick when we got back, but yes, fully recovered, and yeah, it was great. It was so cool to hear the kids sharing at church about it yesterday, because pretty much all the students that went, God impacted their life in some significant way that they shared with us, which it was great.
Now, and I had to watch from home because full disclosure.
Oh, church.
I'm battling the mildest case of COVID ever, I think. Barely, a little bit of sore throat, mainly just kind of tired.
And I'm sitting next to him because I have recovered. So
yeah. So you're fully recovered. I'm getting there, not quite there. So if we break up into coughing in the middle of this, bear with us. But
I'm fine.
But just watching from TV, it looked like just a lot of energy. I mean, it sounded like, people responded really well to the kids sharing at church.
Oh, the coolest thing is when I was telling him that there's going to be youth group when I said, hey, there's youth group tonight, everybody's like, woohoo, yay.
Yes, I saw that.
It was so cool that they were so excited to get back to youth group. So I wasn't able to be there last night because I was at a wedding.
Well, I have heard
from Jasmine. Woohoo, Jasmine and Brian.
I have heard from a very reliable source that youth group went really well last night. So,
but yeah, hopefully they had a really good time. I was praying for them, and yeah, it's exciting. The youth of our church are amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah, we really do have some amazing students. And I know so many people contributed to help kids get to camp. And I mean, this was just a life-changing week. I was there for just the very last part. I mean,
he came to help pick us up.
I drove kids home, but I got to be there for the final worship time. And I'll tell you, these kids are just on fire. It was exciting. It was good.
Yep.
And Alex, I thought, did a great job yesterday. I mean, just watch from TV. He even commented that people keep clapping for things. And I thought,
oh yeah, everybody clapped yesterday. It was awesome.
I thought, that's just a good spirit in church. That's just, people excited to be there, excited about what the Lord's doing. There are great things, that we've seen the Lord do. And now we're coming up on things like, Make Them Smile and other big outreach events. And
that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So there's some really, really good stuff coming up. So there's a reason to be excited. There's a reason to be encouraged. So.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and it was cool seeing we ended the Bridge Kids Summer Sundays a
week ago.
Yeah. The end of July. Anyway, we got to see the slideshow of everything that's happening, and it was super cool. It was really cool.
You made the slideshow.
I did.
I saw you.
My little happy, whatever I was doing there. I turn into a different person when I'm around children. I create chaos, and it's very fun. But yeah, it was so fun because I was sitting back behind the kids' desk during the second service yesterday, and just seeing the kids coming in, I'm like, oh, I remember you, and they're like waving, and I'm like, oh, it was so great. So yeah, go hang out with the kids. And
so many people did. So many people served during.
And they all did
the summer Sundays during VBS.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
A lot of the middle schoolers hung out and helped. It was so great.
So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Because, and by the way, these, if you've seen these, these are completely unrehearsed.
We have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. And so the kids shared yesterday some things that God did in their life at camp, some things that they learned.
Yep.
And I know that as adult leaders, you were there with Corinne and Josiah.
Who were amazing.
Yep.
Could not have done
but I know that, we as adults learn things at camp too.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just wanted to ask you, maybe what you learned or what the Lord taught you during your week at Forest Home. I am putting you on the spot, so you're going to have to pick and choose a little bit.
I'm kind of shooting from the hip here.
That's why I'm asking the question in a long, slow, drawn out way so you can gather your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm listening to the question. I can't think and listen.
Oh, okay.
So, one thing. One thing I learned was that God gives you the strength that you need as you need it. Because I know any of you who have been to Forest Home know that there is a lot of walking involved, and a lot of like not just flat beach walking, like up really steep things, like 5 flights of stairs to get to every single meal. So I was a little nervous about that because I'm not in the greatest shape, but God gave me the strength to do all that stuff. It was so cool. I mean, the physical stuff, the emotional stuff, the sleep deprived stuff, like getting a phone call at 4 a.m. There's a bear in our cabin. And I'm like, popped out of bed, ran right over there. I'm like, okay, is everybody good? I mean, the bear was gone at that point. He just kind of, popped his head in, thought he'd try out that top bug. And he's like, nah, don't like it. Left again. Anyway, it was exciting.
It reminds me a little bit of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, to be honest.
Yeah, he's like, no, I think that one's a little too hard.
This one's too soft.
Yeah, we had a few bear encounters, but no, just, I mean, sometimes you look ahead and you think, oh God, I can't do this. And a lot of times you say that and then you don't do it because you're like, no, I can't do this. But if there's something that God's calling you to do, he's going to give you the strength to do that, which he's called you to do. And he promises that, it's not like it's going to be easy because it was not easy. I sweat a lot. I was really tired. And hence it took me a while to recover. But I kept up with everybody. I was urging the stragglers, come on guys, you can do it. 5 more steps. But yeah, I mean, we did, these crazy games where we had to run around the entire camp.
Which is huge.
Run around who thought that was a good idea?
Someone in their 20s.
Someone who is not me. No, but it was great. It was fun. It was, and it was actually fun. It wasn't like I endured this stuff. It was like, this was really fun. So.
That's good.
It was awesome. But also it's not like that wasn't a spiritual thing, because that actually is, because God created our physical bodies, and having God providing us physical strength is just as much a spiritual strength discipline thing. I don't know if that makes sense. But just in the times of worship, worshiping with, I don't know how many teenagers were there, but worshiping with that many, students and young youth leaders and just people who are very excited about the Lord, just having that oomph, energy, whatever stuff. It was just, it was really cool just being in this spirit of worship where it's really, really loud, so you can just belt it out, which hence I lost my voice. Because, super loud, you've got all the kids, up in the front, jumping up and down, and just this freedom to worship God with abandon. No one's going to look at you like, oh my gosh, you're an idiot, or what is wrong with you? You're screaming and jumping up and down and raising your hands. You can worship God with abandon, which, you think David did that and, he got ridiculed, but he was worshiping God with abandon. And we don't do that enough, honestly, just to not worry about what anyone else is thinking, but just to worship God. And that was probably that was probably the high point. The getting, having enough strength was the other one, but it was really awesome. And seeing the students just get up and worship and just being in this environment where it's exciting and they're allowed to just have this exciting worship. And, so I was telling them like, hey, you guys can like change the tone of our church. You can bring excitement. And they were like, really? I'm like, yeah, you guys, God can totally use you at our church and in your community. So it was awesome. Sorry, I could talk forever, but I won't. I might. If you just sit there, I'll just keep talking. You're just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, let's just keep talking.
I'm getting over COVID. I'm weak. So
anyway.
Oh, but no, I think that's a great word. I think all of us can look at, what are those difficult things that God asks us to do, and realize that he does give us the strength. Yeah. Because it's not always something big like spending a week with a bunch of middle schoolers at camp. Oh, no. Sometimes it's, talking to our neighbors about the Lord, moving into gospel conversations with people, some, moving beyond, how about them Dodgers, to really moving into, good gospel conversations with people. There's a lot of hard things. Caring for people is not easy. And I mean, you could go on and on. There's so many things that the Lord puts in our paths that are not the easiest things to do. but just that confidence that he will give us the strength to do what he's called us to do.
Mhm.
Good word, Jill.
Yeah.
And speaking of good word, I did think Alex did a nice job yesterday sharing the word. He even had to, work through this random rooster crowing in the middle of the service.
That was funny. It kind of like startled a bunch of people. They're like, "Oh, what's going on?"
That was funny. Should we tell who it was? No, it was a rooster.
No, there was a rooster roaming around. I saw it roaming around the back of the church. Okay, I guess I probably shouldn't lie about church, but why not?
He was roaming around.
He was.
So anyway, that was, I just really, I missed being there, but I'm so thankful that, we have the technology where when we're sick and not doing well, we can.
Well, and sometimes,
watch
like
from
the week before I watched from home, and you get a different perspective watching it from home. I don't know. It's just kind of cool.
For me, it's always kind of like
I couldn't figure out how to do the comments on YouTube though when I'm not on a device.
And for me, it's always kind of like FaceTiming my family, where it's like I'm grateful for the technology, but it's not the same as being there in person.
Oh,
you know, it kind of makes me. I'm grateful for it, but it also makes me want to be there. Even more.
Sorry,
So
I feel like we're very far away.
Well, anyway, our time has kind of caught us.
Yeah.
So there's some good things coming up.
Back in the distance.
Well, I'm trying to
that's
stay
fine.
out of the sun here.
Wait, this way?
So
This way.
yeah, I have to kind of lean over to the side. But anyway, again, the Make 'em Smile, get involved with that. That's going to be amazing.
It's going to be super cool. Go to the zoo and hang out with people.
Yep.
And donate, and I don't know.
Well,
whatever
we
else
need
there's.
to bring snacks first of all.
There was a bunch of stuff in the box. I saw.
Awesome. That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. But we're expecting like 1,000 people to come to this.
It's gonna be awesome. So pray. That's the most important, and then do. Pray and do.
Yep. And we've done the backpacks.
I saw them all.
Exciting.
In a big pile.
In Susan's office.
Yep, ready to get delivered.
They're very colorful too.
They are. They're so cool. They're so much fun. I'm like, I want one.
And then, by the way, we're going to move once September hits. We're going to move into a week of prayer and fasting, and then we're going to encourage everyone to get in life groups, because we're going to do just a short, like 5-week series on unity, and we want everyone for those 5 weeks to be plugged into a life group. Yep. One of our core values is being a united diversity, and so we're going to spend 5 weeks looking at that core value. So good things coming up.
It's going to be exciting. God is awesome.
All right. Well, we're going to let you go for now. Have a great Monday, August 8th.
Sorry. I always do that.
And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah.
Jill's got a little trip coming up.
I will be in Virginia next week with my sister and my nieces. I don't know if they'll still be there on Monday.
So anyway,
but my mom and dad.
Maybe we will do a 10 at 10 from both sides of the country.
We can maybe do that.
We'll see how that goes. All right. Have a great day, everyone. God bless.
Bye.